We are live, everybody. Welcome to the super amazing show coming from your favorite basements of America, where all the good stuff happens. It is our very special BB17 show with Jason. But first, you guys know the deal. You can follow me over at Twitter. I'm at Reality Recaps. And who's here with me? John.
Oh, my Lanta. Jason's on the show. I'm so excited. I'm a big fan of Jason's. I'm so excited to talk to him. Tweet us your questions. I have a ton of questions myself, but we want to hear from you too. You can follow me at Comedy Jonah.
Go ahead, Jason.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's so weird. It's Jason. You can follow me at the J Roy on Twitter. He doesn't have anything else. He doesn't have an Instagram or none of that.
Oh, well, don't worry. The link for your Twitter will be below. And do you know what I just realized?
What?
I'm so happy Jason's here. Jason, all I ever get shit for from people is that I talk with my hands too much, and everyone tells me to stop that, and that I talk about myself in the third person. So this
I do both.
I know, Jason, this is going to be a great show.
Yeah. So many of us here.
Let me just remind everyone what John just said. If you guys have questions for Jason, tweet us them with hashtag YRRLive, or John is also manning the chat room at yourrealityrecaps.com/BB17, or leave them in the comment section below on YouTube. Thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel since you're there. Jason, to start off, let us not bury the lead. Liz is a bitch.
Liz is a bitch. I knew this, though. It became apparent, especially in the very last week, that she loathed the fiber of my being. Everything about me she could not stand, and it's just because she's fatter than her sister is.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And you didn't get a chance to really get to know Sophia, did you?
Who's Sophia?
Oh, that's John's nickname for Julia. He calls her Sophia.
Cruella. She had lots of names.
Fat Beth. When you called her Fat Beth, I choked on my soda.
We had been saying Fat Beth even before the feeds, and then it just so happened that since Fat Beth has been out and around, we just tagged it onto her.
Now, we know that Austin, before he told you and all of that stuff went down, but did you notice a difference with Liz and Julia?
Oh, for sure.
That?
The minute Davon said anything about it, I was like a hawk. So I figured out their rotation between comps, and I would be able to predict when the other one was coming. Those twins were my main priority the whole damn time. It was the only entertainment in there.
Well, because, Jason, I mean, believe me, I'm sure everybody watching knows, but you are a huge super fan, which is why we love you so much, and you may or may not have heard rumors before the season that
about the triplets. Yes.
So you were on watch.
Lots of rumors. So I was on watch for sure, but I could tell that there was not three of them. So I was thinking, oh my God, if there's three of them, we have a problem.
Yeah. I heard a lot of people saying on Twitter that they wanted to fly banners across the backyard on the week of your elimination that said, like, they're really triplets, to try and, like, throw it off.
They couldn't send me a banner like, Jason, friggin' do something, shit.
I know. Jason, believe me. Like, look, if anything good came out of you leaving, it's you kind of have blown up that house since you left.
Exactly. Well, they thought they would take me out because I was the person that could rope everyone together. But look, you took me out and my people still roped together. So what do you want?
We want Jason back in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, I would love to, too. Of course, all the comps and all the shit I'd be great at is what they're doing these 2 weeks after I leave.
I know. Well, now, let me just say this, then we're going to start getting to all of your guys' questions, because I don't want anyone giving me shit. I have to give you a touch of shit, Jason. A touch of shit. Just the tip.
I'm ready.
Just the tip from me. Okay. Jason.
Yes.
I love you as a super fan.
Yeah.
Why were you not in that damn HOH room more? Why the hell were you leaving Vanessa alone and the HOH alone?
Exactly. I should have thought that that's not the way to go. But I'm super not a butt kiss. So I've not been in anyone's HOH room since I was up there with James. If you want me to sit up there and crawl deep in your insides, then you're asking for the wrong one. I'm gonna do me, and you should just know that me not feeding you grapes upstairs all day does not mean that I'm plotting on your ass.
They didn't. They didn't know, Jason, and
They didn't know.
They didn't. Well, here is a very good question, kind of about that, from Kim is bored. She says, Jason, do you think that Vanessa is going to keep her word and help you find a job, or was that one of her 575,600 lies?
You know what? I look at it like it's a very nice gesture of her to even throw that out there. I'm not going to hold my breath because I'm certainly not depending on that or waiting for it. But it's a nice gesture for her to even throw that out there like she would help me. I mean, who sees after this is all said and done? But either way, it was nice of her to act like she might.
Well, let me say this right now. We have over 1,000 people on our website right now watching it live. People out there, let's hook Jason up with a nice job.
Somebody hook his ass up with a job.
We've got Jen in our chat room who says, a week out of the house and Jason's skin is clear as a newborn baby's butt. Shows the stress of the house. It's true, you guys, a lot of breakouts with this season.
I did. Well, you know, I've still had acne, but I brought like a big old thing of makeup, like I was gonna care, and then eventually you're like, I'm living with all these people that I hate, and like all we do is walk around in pajamas. Why the hell am I gonna put makeup on? So I just said, let me do me. The skin ain't that great, but it's gonna be out.
Right? I hear you.
I give you all a lot of credit because there's a lot of stuff happening right here. I don't know how you, like, it's HD now. I wouldn't have done it before, but in HD, like, did you see Liz? I don't know if you saw last night's episode. We had, like, armpit hair with, like, from Liz was attacking the screen. There's just too much in HD on that
needed some threading, needed to be happening here. here.
Like, Liz needs the manscaping is what I'm saying.
She needs some manscaping.
is pretty much what she needs. All right. Well, let me ask you this. So then, have you seen what happened with Vanessa before the elimination yesterday? Like when she went batshit crazy?
I have had people tweeting to me stuff about it, but I haven't really sat in front of live feeds at all because I'm like, I just live with those people for like 43 days and I can't stand them. The last thing I want to do is watch more of them.
I'll just say, she lost her shit in a way that was like Audrey times 1,000. Like, it didn't even make sense to me watching it. She's insane. Like, she needs her medication. They need to give Vanessa needs to get the medication regularly. She needs something. She's not.
Oh God! But to say it's Audrey level, that's saying something because she had a skirt. That one.
Okay.
And it was nothing compared to Audrey. It, like, literally made Audrey seem normal. Like, Audrey would lie to you guys, and we had her on, and we asked her, and she's sticking with, she told you all the truth. But Vanessa just doesn't make sense. I don't even know. We don't need to dwell on it. Who the hell cares about Vanessa? We're talking about you. So... what everybody wants to know, what is like the best thing that you've done since you've been out of the house?
I have just spent lots of time with my hookers. We've been going out and getting drunk because he didn't do that all summer long, and I'm just enjoying the little bit of like nice weather we have here in Massachusetts.
Is it nice? Is it nice there now?
It is nice there now. We have like about 3 months where it's nice, and then it will be crap once it's September again.
Oh, just like Seattle.
People kill themselves in your state, John. We've been over this. New York, Boston.
I'm barely hanging on.
So ever since I found out that your state has a gum wall, I've lost respect for it.
We're depressed. We have to put our gum somewhere, so we have a gum wall.
What they have.
Class.
They don't know. All right. Angie Starr wants to know, Jason, were you surprised to find out, and maybe you don't know, that Vanessa has made over $4.5 million playing?
I am surprised. She said in there that she was a former poker player and had this whole sob story about how she couldn't do it anymore because every day going to work meant taking money from other people. She's taking $4.5 million. It don't look like she cared that much.
No, that's why I don't feel bad for her. And that's why she
Yeah.
better give you a job. I think people are going to hold their feet to the fire on this one, Jason.
Oh, well, that would be nice.
Don't worry, Jason. We will.
We will.
I will freaking split open an Adderall on the table and I'll like leave her with it. Come here, Vanessa.
Oh, shit.
Come here, crazy.
Shannon wants to know in our chat room, Jason, would you do an all-star season?
I would do an all-star season. I'd come back tomorrow. I'd come back next year. I'd come back 40 years from now. I love this show. I loved living there. I loved being in it. I would do an all-star series like that. But I don't think they'd pick me because them all-stars would be like some good players. And my social game was not that on point. We all know this.
No, Jason, fellow superfan. What we know is, first of all, myself, speaking on behalf of myself and only myself, that would have to make a guess. I would guess that next season would be All-Stars. And we all know that they take the most from the previous season. So that's my 1 point for you. My second point is they're not taking Andy. We love an Andy, but they're not taking Who else do we have? Andy. Will. They're not taking Will.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think Frankie for sure. I think it would probably be maybe me versus Frankie. Because as much as BB Community is not that big of a fan sometimes, you gotta have the love to hate people, which is who I expect it to be.
I think you started out as love to hate, and I think you turned to love. Like I told you, I've never seen so many people backing the gay on the season as much as I have seen you this season.
That's nice to hear.
It's true. People totally love you. And honestly, I am not acting like I'm best friends with Frankie by any means, but I'm just saying, we have talked about it at the premiere party. I don't think Frankie's going back on that show, so I think you're not competing with him.
Well, that'd be nice. I would compete again in a second.
Good. And when you do, you'll be kissing butt this time?
Oh, I'll be kissing everybody's ass. I'll be skipping to my Lou with Austin.
Okay. Okay. Because Amanda's going to be in there with you, and I will make sure that she drags you to the HOH room with herself. And you two will kiss the ass of whoever's in there.
Good. I'll hand Amanda my balls.
Do it. Jason, he's used to being screwed over by the gay. Just get to the end with her and then split her throat.
Yeah.
Love you, Amanda. I will tell everybody, I know I tweeted out that we were having a surprise guest. We were having Amanda. We were having another person who may or not still come. They're having trouble at the Hearts of Reality connecting, so I'm not sure if that's going to happen.
So it'll even be a surprise for us.
Right. It'll be a surprise for everybody. Kathy Chronicles wants to know, Jason, what was your advice to your alliance before you left?
Good question.
It was more than advice. I wrote them the game plan for the future. I said, this is what it is. You have to take out Clelly the first time you get a chance. If that chance was that week, I honestly was going to save them for the double eviction. I was going to try to go for an Austin or a Steve first. Because if you let Steve get down there, these comps are going to be built for him. So I was definitely letting them know these are really the people you have to be worried about. In coming out, I was kind of right. Because I told them they didn't have to really worry about Johnny Mac or Becky. Because I could see they weren't really in the fold like the rest of the people were.
Mm-hmm. Well, but now that being said, I don't know if you watched last night. Yeah. Becky won, and the competition made for Austin that stupid-ass slip and slide that told people good. He's freaking falling 900 times.
He got like some bad hip on him. He thinks because he do jumble rolls around the damn yacht all day that he is like Mr. Athletic, but he ain't graceful for shit. That was not meant for him. That was meant for some little Speedy Gonzalez legs.
Well, see now, Jason, I will actually send you this. I might put it out, everyone. I was going to do mashups this season. I just didn't have time. But one of the clips I pulled was you and Austin working out, probably like 3 days after the feed's on, when you had the little black band, and you're like squatting in his face, and he's like, "Push, Jason," and the camera angles were all kinds of wrong.
Oh no!
And I got to put that out. Go ahead,
well,
John.
Austin creepily hit on me for like the first 2 weeks of it until I would just called him a barbarian to everybody else, and then he finally let it go.
Is Austin your type? Like, is Austin, if Austin were gay, would he be a Jason type?
No, I originally told someone in this process that I was attracted to anyone more masculine than me, and then I met Austin.
Oh.
Really?
So apparently it's not anyone.
Okay. Austin, for me, long hair, I care. I can't get past the hair and the beard. I hate it.
The beard pony, that shit is vile.
Yeah, that thing. Oh.
It's like poking you in the face, and no.
No, I like to be tickled, but just not there.
Right. That's disgusting. Did you have a chat room question, John, or do you want me to go more to Twitter?
No, I did, because we were talking about the game plan you laid out for your alliance. In the chat room, several people have asked, what do you think about the outcome of last night and Clay going home?
I think that they are not making the smart decision. If I was there, I would have been pushing Shelly's name out everywhere. But I think that my side of the house just went with the main majority because the other group is still in majority, and I understand why they would want to keep Shelly. I think it's a bit of a bitch move of Clay to pretty much get in a scuffle to make sure that he is the person voted out. It's not like the way BB should be played. And to just roll over and die because, you know, Princess Diana Eyes wants to stay is just so ridiculous to me.
Well, I think he was trying to do it to be chivalrous, right? Like the Southern men do with the Southern ladies kind of thing. But it's not good BB game at all.
No.
I absolutely agree. No.
Well, now, I know this wasn't the thing that flipped it. I know Shelly was always safe yesterday, but one of the things that literally kind of solidified things for Meg and James was during that batshit flip out from Vanessa yesterday, she told Clay and Johnny Mac that they must be gay lovers.
Yeah, I heard about this.
Can't with her.
I don't even understand. That's like saying that I am straight lovers and me and Liz are married. That's like the most... I don't even understand where she would think that.
I would, when your bipolar medicine wears off, then the synapses in your head don't fire right, and that's what happens.
Coming down off of it, right? Yeah.
It's called coming down. See, and I hate to admit it, I know a lot of people don't like my viewpoint on Clay here, but he was a recruit. Therefore, he wasn't invested in this game the way someone like you or Shelly was. Right. So in that aspect, I appreciate him stepping aside and being like, Shelly, this is your dream. I was recruited because I'm blonde and hot.
Well, yes, that's true. But Becky's ass didn't sit to the side because they found her on friggin' Tinder. Like, you know?
I can't. Yeah. She is.
But I get it. They have to have recruits because if they all put super fans in the house, it would not be real Big Brother. You have to get all different types of people. It's the sprinkle of the types of people around our country. So it's good that you have the people that don't know what the hell's going on. It's souring for me to say these people that don't know what the hell's going on just beat me, but it is what it is.
Yeah, that was not good. That was not good. Will Fan is saying Princess Diana Eyes.
So funny.
I have been saying that Shell had Princess Diana Eyes from week one. Week one, I was going to put up Shelly instead of Becky. And my whole group at that point lost their ish and made sure that I put up Becky instead of Shelly. I knew Shelly was a liar from jump. I could see her with her pretty blue eyes blinking at me for 15 minutes straight. I knew that she was trash bag.
I thought trash bag is reserved for Rachel. So many people keep saying that it's Rachel to me lately. We need Giselle fan in here. We need Giselle fan every show. He's like, Rachel's a trash bag. And I'm like,
So we have Reality Potato in the chat room saying, how do you feel, Jason, about Vanessa representing the LGBT community, representing us?
Okay, now this is an iffy question because she said one week that she would not put out Audrey because she couldn't do that to our community. But she had no problem when it came to the gay guy, putting up the gay guy. So I get it that all our communities, lesbians, gays, trans, they're not always all together. But we do represent a similar group in our community. And to protect one group and not the other just makes you look like you're a contradiction. She's a walking contradiction.
Yeah, I mean, she did it in order to have an excuse. Like, I know you haven't got through all the episodes yet. Vanessa's thing is, I need a reason. She didn't give a shit about the community. She just needed a reason why.
Exactly.
A reason why. A lot of people are asking, Jason, who do you want to win right now if you had to pick somebody?
Okay, well, see, this is a hard question because I have my personal emotions involved in these people as well. So I would love to see anyone from my little island of the Misfit Toys, the James, the Jackie, the Meg. But I can see someone like Johnny Mac getting down there quite easily. And if they let him get too far, Johnny Mac can win because everybody loves him. Like, when I was against the Johnny Mac on the block, I needed to come down because Johnny Mac is baby Jesus. No matter how many comps he wins, no one is going to vote him out.
No. No.
He's like, he's baby Jesus, but he's like camouflage, right? Like, we don't see him. He's there, but we know he's there, but we can't see him.
He doesn't seem like a threat or a central character. And then when you come out and you see that there's like this big Johnny Mac following, that was probably the biggest surprise.
That was the biggest surprise for me. I couldn't believe how much I love him. I wasn't expecting it.
He's like a little Muppet. Johnny Mac is like a Muppet, and he's like a Muppet.
We're kind of all like Muppets this year, though. I'm Kermit the Frog. Vanessa looks like that chick from the band.
Yeah. I don't even understand what is happening with everybody this season, and I don't know. Well, go ahead, John.
And the thing I didn't understand, too, was when everyone was kind of drinking, and then Meg and Clay had that moment where she was like, listen, we have that bond, and flirting and touching. Did you see any kind of that when you were in the house with Meg?
I did. I think we all saw a long time back that Clay needed someone with a bit more wild fun and spice. He's got some wild stories about his ex-girlfriends and stuff. He ain't trying to get with no old lady. So Meg definitely seemed more his style and his taste, going out and the drinking and the partying. So I think him and Meg have always had a little bit of something, but it never really felt like sexual tension, because it didn't even feel like him and Shelly had sexual tension.
No.
Ugh. Why? Why him and her?
I don't think anyone would buy that porno. I don't think so.
Oh, God. That is frightening. The squirrel, God. I don't say squirrel. Jason, say squirrel.
Squirrel.
Squirrel. What?
Squirrel.
I don't say it like that.
I think I've learned how to say it right, because everyone keeps saying it to me. I think I said it more like squirrel or something. I don't know.
Right. I do have to let you know that one of our live feed updaters, Nikki Cochran, has made Jasonisms trend on Twitter.
Wow.
And she is the voice of you in the house, and you need to go read her Twitter.
Oh, I will. I for sure will.
Because she is very funny with that. So, Squirrel God, Lexi wants to know, which comp would you have liked to compete in the most?
Out of the ones that I saw in the house, or maybe what's happening now that I've gone?
Either one.
Because if it was one that I've gone, I would love to be on that wall, because I'd be up there till September, boo. And the ones in the house, I didn't play in the veto with the dice. I didn't really that interested in that. I kind of maybe would want to have played in the Battle of the Block with the letters because I would have known all those names like so easily. I wouldn't have even bothered to throw paint.
Oh, okay. I mean, now, is there one that you were like, oh, I really want to be there. I wish, like, it doesn't even have to be shown yet. Is there one that you were like, oh, I want to play this when I get in the house?
Well, everybody wants to play Otev, and I wanted to meet Zingbot because I know Zingbot would snatch my ass up, and that's like I've been waiting for someone in there to try to snatch my ass.
I think
we would have loved to see too. We've got Justin Adams Johansson in the chat room says, Jason, what made you dislike Audrey so much? I mean, we know she was a storyteller and kind of a bad liar because she kept getting caught, but did you really dislike her as much as it looked like on the show?
As a person, I always liked Audrey, but once I saw that she was going to be disloyal from me when she was one of the only people I had any real loyalty to, I washed my hands, and I could not stand or believe anything she said after that. I mean, eventually she started to tell the truth, but it was the little girl that cried wolf because she started telling the truth way too late. For my game, it probably would have been good to try to keep Audrey around. She would have remained a target in front of me. Plus, I could have then rekindled some relationship with her. But she had showed early days that I was not going to be able to put any of my eggs in her basket.
Do you think she was playing too hard too soon? Because, I mean, a lot happened in the first few weeks. It was like, what? We're still only in week 3? I can't believe how much had happened.
Exactly. She just thought it was a sprint and not a marathon.
Yeah. I don't know. There's something with her I don't like, but I also, as a I mean, her game. I'll say her game.
There
I don't
you go.
like,
You got to
but
be right.
the person I like. She was a great on our show. She was super funny, and I totally loved her. The only thing that I was a little miffed on is when she kept insisting to us that everything she said was the truth. And I was like, I don't know where to go from there, Audrey.
I don't even know what to say.
Right?
I don't even know what to say. I know that we have officially. This is a new first for our show. I'll just say this right now. Normally, all of the questions crash, and I can't get any new ones. Now I have no problem getting new ones. I just can't bring any of them up, and the camera is stuck on Jason. So he's the one you guys want to see anyway, so we're just going to read the questions. We apparently can't put them on the screen because Google Plus sucks. Anyway, let's go with Star Luna, who wants to know, which is Abby, and she said, and she's been requesting for a long time, Jason, will you please do a BB show with Day? Maybe reality recap's not with that. Sure, we'll help with it if you want. But a lot of people are saying they want to see you and Devon do some sort of recapping for Big Brother.
Oh, me and Day, I'm sure we would love to. And it would probably be hysterical because I am obsessed with her opinion on everything.
How can you not be?
Right?
How can you not be? She keeps it real.
Yes, she does, honey.
She's hilarious. We got a funny question. I had to reread it because I forgot who Steve was in the house. Guess.
Wait, he's John. John, he's the one in the alliance with the camera and the head.
Oh, gotcha. I forget. He's like, you know.
Right, go ahead.
Is he really as boring and awkward in person as he is on the show?
He is very awkward in person. He's very socially awkward. When he does open his mouth or join groups, something about him just seems to rub everyone the wrong way. In hindsight now, I'm looking back and feeling like the bigger, more adult person. I probably should have been nicer to Steve in there because he is like a little lost puppy. Yeah. But there's also something about his game that you don't respect. So there's no like bonds that you want to build with him. I mean, I caught him and Vanessa in the hammock room weeks ago. I knew that's who he was bringing all his information to, so I knew not to say anything in front of him because I knew that he was her rat.
Ooh.
Well, he's game playing now. Like, he's playing the game now. He told Johnny Mac last night, he's like, I told you, you lay low to jury, and then you play the game. And now he's playing the game a little bit now.
It's true. That is a smart strategy. But I even said going in that I'm not someone that's going to be able to sleep till jury. Not with this mouth.
No, thank you, Jason. I have to say, everyone's like, go on, and I'm like, that ship has sailed. I appreciate watching you play. I feel almost like I was in there, and now I agree with you. I think I would have not gone much farther. I think my mouth would have got me out of that house in 2 seconds, because I would just not be able to hold in what I feel about those people.
Yeah, it's very hard. And so then you just don't talk to them at all because you don't want to talk to people you loathe. And then people are like, well, why aren't you talking to Austin or the twins? Because I don't fuck with them.
But do you like Julia? I know we all hate Liz. America's on board with you.
Yes.
Julia?
I liked Julia, but the thing is, by the time we really had figured out which one was which and all of that, Wax Street Boys I did with Julia for like 4 days out of the 7. So that's when me and Julia really created more of a bond. Or when I could really see, okay, I'm dealing with Julia now and not Liz. The minute they switched out after that, Liz was like, I was dust to her. But Julia is a sweetie pie. And plus, she's the more ghetto one. So you know me and her get along.
Oh, I know. I can't wait. I think you guys, finale night, that will be fun.
Yeah.
Oh, I totally. And plus, she called Austin out too, saying, "I just don't trust you after what you did and outing us to Jason."
Yep. Julia's a smart girl, but whether she's gonna do what she wants or she's gonna do what her sister wants is a different story.
I think we have to. Yeah. I'm torn on that one.
Pivoting,
I don't know yet. I'm torn on that one.
Pivoting on the fence. I'm pivoting. Pivoting.
Am I cutting you off, John? I have tons of questions, John.
I do too. I'm going to fight you for airtime.
All right. Well, you're not saying it, so I'm going. Do Jason _BB17, who all of us thought was you, it's not you. Jason's official Twitter at the JRoy, links below on the edited show. But Jason at JasonBB17 says, do you think Jackie has a chance at winning? She's a strong competitor. No?
I think that Jackie does have a chance at winning, but she's going to have to do the Rachel Riley way of winning. She's going to have to pull out these comps because she does not have the social bonds with the Sixth Sense side of the house. She's someone who is very like my side. We didn't have fake alliances, real alliances. We really were a unit of our own. Like we were playing Big Brother 6 or something, and there was no crossover alliances, where everybody on the other side was doing the crossovers.
Right.
So she has a chance, but it's going to be hard.
All right. And Jason, now, I don't know, maybe I was reading into it. You looked a little annoyed that his name was Jason BB17. Now,
Yeah.
I just made that up because I just needed a segue. Let me tell you why this is. Let me tell you why this is good, Jason. You want people out there pretending to be you. That's how you get verified with Twitter.
Oh.
You just need to let Twitter know, I'm the real Jason, I'm standing up, I need to be verified.
Oh,
And that's how you
okay.
get verified. Which is why some people
Interesting.
create fake Twitter accounts of themselves in order to verify.
You know, see, this is the weirdest thing coming out and having anyone want to even follow me on Twitter at all. I thought I was going to come out to people being like, thank God this kid is off the TV now.
No, you are loved, Jason. You
are loved, and in fact,
weird.
Boston Girl says,
Hey, Boston girl.
how does it feel to still see the repercussions of your eviction still have such a huge impact in the house?
It's very strange.
Yeah.
In normal BB, you don't see these people really fighting for anyone that's already been slayed. So it's nice to see my people really holding the flag and not forgetting about me, because I wouldn't have forgot about them said they had gone home.
All right. I'm not going to comment on that. There was something I wanted to say. I don't want to be mean. Not to you, to other people. Kimonia says, Jason, has Big Brother's decision to have so many Tinder hoes on changed the show for the better or the worse? Your opinion?
I would say, I'm not going to say the worst. I would say for the better. I think even me not seeing it all, it looks like this has been one of the more interesting seasons in years, and you have to account every character for contributing a little bit, whether we hate them or love them. So regardless where they were found or how they were casted, you have a certain amount of respect for everyone that's there because they are a viable part to each season.
I think this season's the best season because we had the most gay cast ever. I mean,
That's
I
true.
understand Audrey's not gay, everyone. I don't need to get attacked for that again. I'm just saying, we had Jason and Vanessa, who is newly lesbian, because it's convenient. But, you know, whatever. Uh, so Susan Silverestri says she just wants you to know that, Jason, you are so missed on Big Brother. You have no idea the extent of your fan base. We all love you so much. XOXOXOXO.
See that? Thank you very much. Who was that, Linda?
Susie, close.
Susie.
Sophia.
Sophia, honey.
No,
Thank you very much.
Susan.
It's all so strange, but it's and getting recognized is the weirdest thing I've ever noticed in my life. Like,
Yeah. I snap out of it, Jason. You're fan favorite.
it's so
We're making you
weird.
fan favorite.
Well, that would be nice. I'd take it. He needs that check, honey.
He does. You're getting it. You're totally getting it. And I will also say, Vanessa found on Tinder. Apparently, I mean, now she won. I'm really interested to see her new edit. But let me just explain to you I meant Becky. The Becky edit. Becky edit is one thing. I was hit in the face by a train. I'm telling you, the reason that there were so many competitions with shit blowing up in your faces is because they worked it into a train smashed her in the face. Even though we could get that before, shit would explode in her face. So I'm just saying. That's what that is.
It's an interesting storyline, but really all she did was clean in there. She didn't even talk about the train that much. So that's everybody else talking her out about getting hit in the damn face with a train.
Which I was yelled at yesterday in our YouNow, which younow.com/recaps. People said it wasn't a train.
It wasn't like
it
wasn't like an Amtrak. It was like a light rail, right? Like a light rail that hit her.
I do not know how German trains be looking, but whatever a German train looks like, that shit smacked her in the face.
It's going to be really funny when we all find out that no train ever hit her face.
Ever hit her.
Right.
He fell down the stairs,
Drunk.
facing her dog.
Yeah. Trying to swipe on Tinder. Yeah.
Exactly. She was attacked by a Tinder date. It's the real
Drunk and
story.
attacked.
That's not
swiping.
interesting.
Yeah.
Owen wants to know, just wants to say, hey, Jason, I just wanted to say, see, I told you, I never was really into Big Brother, but Jason, you made it interesting, you made it worth watching, and it's sad to see you gone. Thanks for helping me get back into the show. Best of luck with everything.
You are very welcome.
Yeah.
That's strange to hear, even though, because I feel like all I did was sit and smoke cigarettes and talk trash about everyone.
That's what we do too.
Yeah, that's what we did. People love you for it.
Yeah.
Just make it a joke and then it's fine. Just make it a joke and then it's fine.
Exactly.
We have the bad seed in our chat room that says, I quit the feeds when you left the show.
Sorry, bad seed. I thought I'd be annoying on the feeds as well, because as a feed watcher myself, I know there are people that just never shut up, and those are the people that you want to avoid like the plague on feeds. So I'm glad that my loud ass was able to entertain you.
It was. And you also didn't send me into a blind rage where I punched my computer screen for the chewing.
The eating.
Oh, I've heard a little bit about me eating apples.
Okay, now I missed that, so maybe I shouldn't be saying this, but anytime I watched you, you were never eating, and I appreciated it. Becky with the carrot sticks, I literally almost punched the computer screen the other day.
I don't know if it's a California thing, but everything in that house was gluten-free and vegetables. I'm like, can a bitch get some Oreos? Like, what the hell?
I heard you saying like you like eating onions raw. I was like,
I
oh,
do. Onions are mad bomb, especially red onions. Oh, so good.
I
I know
love red
I
onions too. You know, I thought it like in the Big Brother house, it was going to be kind of like The Bachelor, where they were just fed alcohol all the time. But it doesn't sound like you drank very much
No,
in the
I've only
house, really.
only like 1 day a week, two at most, 2 bottles of wine and 6 to 8 beers for 16 people. So it's pretty much you have yourself a glass.
Oh my
Is your
gosh.
first season of Big Brother, John? You didn't know that?
I didn't know that. No, a lot of things have surprised me, and that's another thing too. What surprised? I mean, you were a super fan when you actually went into the house. What surprised you the most?
Everything about the house.
Yeah.
Looking all around the
Mm-hmm.
space, how small the backyard is compared to what it looks like on TV.
Ooh.
The ceilings, because you never see the ceilings on TV. So
Yeah.
all that stuff. I kept getting buzzed for talking about production because I kept commenting on the ceilings for the first 10 days.
That's John and I were in Canada and we
Big
did the news
Brother.
and interviews like in the house,
Yep.
and that's exactly what we said. Like I couldn't believe I could touch like wall to wall.
Yes.
I felt
So
like
tiny.
a giant Barbie in the house. Just
Yeah, it is. It's crazy. Um, we're getting a lot of. I'm not going to read you all of them, but they're in the comments below this YouTube video. When you're feeling like you need to reconfirm how loved you are, Jason, we have a lot of just love you so much, loved your heart, you made the show fun again, you're so amazing. We have a ton of those from people like
so many in the chat room too.
God
Thanks,
WLD,
Uh huh.
guys.
everybody, so many of you. He gets it. You love him. We're gonna
Got
convince
it. And you know, and Jackie knows in our chat room says, Jason, how many different collar chains do you own? And were you planning on starting a fashion trend
I
or your
have
own?
I have probably maybe 20.
Ooh.
That I had a bunch. I went out and found more for going there. I didn't necessarily think I was starting a trend. I've been buying them on Etsy. I've been seeing them. Some of them I find at old vintage stores. So I necessarily wasn't trying to start a trend, but sometimes you look at a shirt and you go, that shirt's a little straight looking until you put one of those pins on it and then you're good to go.
I love it.
I am wearing my official Jason heads. Not that anybody can see it because I can't make my screen big. Thanks, Google Plus. Anyway, Jason, you need to start saying trademark at the end. Trademark.
Trademark.
My things, trademark. We
Trademark.
can do it, Jason. Do it. Make it happen. Sell them. Sell those. Um, Squirrel God, again, would like to know. Would you rather do Amazing Race or Survivor if given the chance? And guess what? They love you, Jason.
Oh, I would probably rather do. See, that's a hard one because I went in saying I would do nothing but Big Brother, and now I'm looking at it like, okay, why not? Please, I survived about as long as a Survivor season takes, so I might starve to death and die on Survivor, but I for sure would do the Amazing Race.
How do you do on no food? Like I turn into like the evil gay version of like a monster when I even get remotely hungry. So I would be
Like
voted
the low
out
blood
first.
sugar, like when your blood sugar's
Oh,
low.
right, right.
See, I don't totally flip out when I'm hungry, but like the week I was on slop, me and Meg refused to eat slop for like the last 4 days of it. All we did was drink protein shakes. So, I mean, who knows? I could maybe survive on a little food, but like if it was slop,
Who would you do Amazing Race with if you could pick who you could do it with?
if I could pick who I could do it with, like somebody from my season.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, well, that's going to be my first one, but then there's the follow-up of who not your season.
okay, like other seasons. Oh
Sure.
gosh, I could go on for 9 years. For my season, obviously I got my bond with my girl Davon. We probably wouldn't yell at each other. We'd just yell at everyone else. Me and Meg would be a tragedy on there because with her jello legs, I would be yelling at her the entire time. So I would probably say Davon. Although I had a dream while I was in the house that I was on the Amazing Race with Jackie.
Oh. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, why did I say, oh, I'm Team Jackie now. Jason, she's in, she's playing the game, she's no longer furniture, she's going after everybody.
Exactly. Someone needed to wake Jackie up, and I'm glad I could.
Yeah, it was you that awoke that beast. Now, are you afraid, like, if you did Amazing Race, is there anything you wouldn't do? Like, are you scared of heights or water or claustrophobic?
I am afraid of spiders. I'm not a big fan of flying, so that's sort of heights. But when it comes down to you tell me you do this or win, I'm going to try my best at everything. So even if it's something that scared me to death, I would go on with it.
John, we've just found the solution. John wants to do it. The people that cast it want us to do it together.
Oh, there you go.
I say that publicly because I'll never do it, so I don't care. John, this is my replacement for you. Go. Go. Go, did he go?
Let's
go.
do it.
Come on, John, let's go.
I won't do it. I won't jump off of anything or anything. A lot of people are asking, Jason, are you going to have a P.O. box? Are you going to let people know where they can send you stuff?
Yes, I am going to probably end up setting one up. I've had some people that have sent stuff to my house. I didn't really know how they found my address to my house, but it was nice to get drawn pictures of myself and things like that.
Because it's 2015, Jason.
I know. Google tells everything.
Get your address off of Facebook.
Yeah. Reason number 743 why I will never do Big Brother. People stalk your house. Google Maps. Thanks.
I had a phone call from some British lady in Ohio. I had a voicemail from her from when I was still in the house. I don't know who she thought was going to answer the damn phone.
I don't know if you've seen it, but one of my favorite things ever was Amanda gave us the, like, I hope you die and kill yourself and split your wrist voicemails that she got, and I turned it into, like, a mashup where Andy was calling her. If you start getting those, we can do fun things with them. You should go back there and watch
I can't wait.
It's good. It's good.
I got Violet in the chat room. Says, Jason, how do you feel about Austin thinking that America loves him when they really hate him?
First off, anyone in there who is thinking that America loves them, you're dumb. You should expect they hate you and then be surprised when you come out. If you think you're going to be loved, you're probably not knowing the BB community. So it's funny that he actually thinks that he is loved. But I don't even think most people in there love him. So I don't know where he's getting this notion that he's like Mr. America.
Now, with Austin, we know he has that dual personality, Judas. Yes. Was Judas scary? Did you ever come across Judas?
I don't think I ever came across Judas because I had no loyalty with him from jump, so he didn't have to pull out with the damn Judas bullshit with me.
But he was trying to bond with you, Jason. That's why he opened up about the twins. He was really trying to move forward with you in a positive way.
I think Judas was probably hitting on you and not Austin.
Maybe that's what it was.
That's probably what it was.
It's Bathhouse Austin.
Bathhouse Judas.
I mean, Bathhouse Jason. Oh, hold on a second, Jason. John has a fan. We have to put this through. John, the Will fan is letting you know that he loves you and he's so glad you're here. The dynamic with us and Jason is the best. So hilarious.
Oh, thank you.
I only heard he loved you, though. I didn't hear how he loved it.
Yeah, my address isn't public, so I don't want things start arriving. Okay.
Joey. Oh, go ahead. Okay, go ahead. You take that. Well, John, are you good? Are you good?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Well, that we can cut. We'll cut it out of the edited show if you need to stop. We can mute you too. If you need to talk. Joey Gachefa, I thought it was Joey Garefa, or whatever the hell his name is, from Amazing Race. The one that I don't like because he gets a million views for making Sundays on his face, but whatever. Said that Becky's veto speech, she was planning to say, Vanessa, you taught me I'm allowed to switch my targets, so take a seat. Do you think that is a good move? or a bad move?
I love somebody who's gonna come out with some sassy speeches. I'm just sad I never got my chance to make one. So, I would love for her to rash Vanessa in her speech.
Do you think that Vanessa will go this week if the plan goes through and they are successfully able to get her up on the block? Which does not mean backdooring everyone if she gets to play veto. But if she
Right.
doesn't have a chance to fight and is there, do you think she'll go home?
I think if she is against Shelly, she will go home. If she is against Steve, people will flush Steve out and leave her in.
Interesting. I want to know, and I have seen a couple people say this. What is your take on? So you're obviously a gay person in the house. There was a lot of people in the beginning of this game that came out. We all watched Audrey, being Audrey in the house. And I believe it was Devon who said it to Julie that nobody will go after her because nobody wants to be seen as the person that takes out the first transgender person to play Big Brother. Do you feel like that was what was going on in the house?
I think at the very beginning of the game there was a sentiment that said that. And I talked about it with Davon and I said, I'll put her up. I don't care. That doesn't mean anything to me. Every person there is there just as a person, not as a representative of any community or anything like that.
Or gender.
I'm not representing Massachusetts. I'm not representing gay people. I'm just representing myself. So if she is getting herself caught up in the game, it should not matter what her background is. So I definitely think that was the sentiments at first. But once people realized that she was playing as hard as she was and as messy as she was, I think everyone just let that go and realized that a bitch needed a ride home.
Yeah. I see. I have no short-term memory, and as soon as you said that, Jason, you totally reminded me that my favorite quote of the season was you being in the backyard, being like, "This isn't gay pride. This is Big Brother. I will vote her ass out."
Exactly. There ain't no floats going by. This ain't gay pride.
Right. It is the best. Have you seen any of the Austin rubbing up on Liz? This is like the big drama on Twitter. How do you feel about this?
I've seen a little bit of it. I did commentary with Jeff, and they showed me a few clips of one hair, like she's like touching her stomach, and all I could think the whole time was, "No, stop touching me! Stop touching me! Stop touching me!" So I've seen a little bit of it, but that's the stuff that I am definitely trying to aim away from. Do I want to see two people I really don't like pretend to like each other and rub up on each other? Like I said, Liz is a hooker, pretending she likes him for some damn money, and he is a delusional bastard.
Yeah. Now, you brought up Dumbledore. I mean, Jeff, whatever the hell his name is. I was a little disappointed. I thought if there was anybody that was going to give Jeff shit for, being homophobic, my opinion, it would have been. So, I'm just saying, what was it like seeing Jeff in person? Were you ever, tempted to be like, did you read your cards today? Do you know what we're going to talk about? Look,
Do you know who I am?
You know who I am?
You know what show you're on.
See, Jeff was actually really, really nice, and I did not know what to think because, as a super fan, there's plenty of people that I met in the interviewings of this that weren't people I was fans of initially on the show. But then when you meet these people and you realize you're not competing with them, they were competing then, you sort of cut everyone a little bit more slack. So I really enjoyed meeting Jeff. I met Rachel. She was actually really nice, which surprised me. So, I mean, it's nice to meet some of these people and see that, like, oh my God, Jeff, you're a real person. Like, what the hell?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Plastic.
I'm gonna save all of our. I'm just gonna go yep and not go any further with that.
So we've got Jen in the chat room that says, Jason, any special plans besides just getting back to normal life activities?
No, not really. Obviously going out there for the September and just trying to have a good summer until then, until I really have to go back to work at my thrilling, luxurious job.
Well, you need to make sure that you hop, skip, and jump over to New York for the premiere party next summer, now that we can actually be at that. It was a big blowout this year. So, it is definitely fun for that. And you never
I'm down
know.
for it.
You have to come to it. Um, Is there any Big Brother person that you have not talked to yet that you're excited to see what they thought of your game or, anything like that?
I have not talked to Mike Boogie yet. And I was not necessarily a fan of him on the show, but people have told me that he is quite a fan of me this year. So whether or not that is true, I haven't gone up and really looked, but I would love to hear what Mike Boogie thought. I mean, my favorite player is someone that you don't really see out in the Big Brother interweb, Miss Diane Henry. So I would love to talk to her, but I don't know if that would ever happen.
I'm not surprised that Mike Boogie likes you, Uncle Jerry. You know, those rumors. Anyway, I wanted to tell you, we did a pre-season cast, like, assessment show with Danielle Reyes.
Yes.
She
Love Danielle
picked you-
Reyes.
She picked you for the win and said she loved you.
Oh,
So
I
you
love
let,
her. Thanks for thinking I had it in me.
yeah, you let down Danielle Reyes. Good move,
I
Jason.
let down everybody.
You didn't let us down. You're going to make it up to us when you're back on All Stars next year,
Yeah.
my guess.
And when you're
Oh,
awarded,
for hell yes.
and awarded fan favorite. So
Oh, that's true. We're making that happen. Everybody better vote. Everybody remember. Go ahead, John. Were you
right.
asking a question or no?
I wasn't,
Okay.
but this one is a funny one. Jackie knows. Jason, would you have had enough cigarettes with you to last the entire end of the season?
No, no, no.
No.
I knew that please, you know how expensive cigarettes are in Massachusetts? Oh, hell no.
How much?
So I brought lots, but I also knew that I was going to run out if I stayed. So I had 17 packs on the day of my eviction. So they would have eventually ran out. That's at least only 17 days or a little bit more than that. So I knew I was going to quit smoking in the house. That's probably the one bad thing is if I would have stayed in there, I would have quit smoking.
I would have loved to have seen Jason coming off nicotine in the Big Brother house. That would have been some crazy shit.
Good TV, I'm sure.
How much are cigarettes in Boston?
Like $11 a pack.
Marlboro Ultralights?
Marlboro Menthol 100s, but yeah, all Marlboros.
Okay, I smoke ultralight 100s. Don't smoke, kids. That's horrible.
It's
bad.
It's $12.75 here in New York, Jason. So.
Oh, well, yeah. Actually, New York is the only place that's more expensive. But when I was out in Cali and I saw a sign saying like $6 a pack, I was like, you need to pull the fuck over.
That's what I did. When John and I were there for Big Brother stuff in Reality Rally, we found them for $4 a pack. I was like, John, stop the car. I am buying 20 of these, but don't smoke, everyone. Smoking is bad.
It's bad.
I'm only allowed to do it if you're on Big Brother. Then go ahead.
I thought I wouldn't get on because of being a smoker. I was like, are you sure you want me? Like, are you sure you're going to air this all the time?
Yeah, they didn't really focus that much on your smoking.
Well, that's
just kind
good.
of like your last week, and it's just because you were doing a lot of venting out there.
Yeah, that's for sure.
All right, who did I ask you? See, no short-term memory. Who do you want to win right now? I feel like I did ask you that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I want my peoples to win, but I expect that maybe Johnny Mac will win.
Oh, that's right. You did say Johnny Mac.
Mhm.
That's why I forgot. He's forgettable. And then everybody wants to know, what is something that you're really looking forward to doing now that you're out of the house that, you were looking forward to when you were in the house? Or anything you're not doing besides your hookers?
Yeah, besides getting drunk with my hookers. No, I mean, I wanted to stay there all summer long, so being home is a disappointment. So there's no big bucket list of what I was supposed to do after Big Brother. I was just thinking about getting there and staying there, honey.
Well, Jason, all I can say to you is Jody. I forget someone else's name. My point is, being out could be very good for you, Jason. Now you can be out there and comment on the season,
Yeah.
in a way that people like John and I can, and You know, you can turn it into something. We have faith in you, and we will help you in any way you need us to. Go ahead, John.
Oh, thanks,
All right,
guys.
I'm trying to get this one question, but it's going so fast in the chat room. It's guest 717 is asking, while you're in the house, did you have any predictions of who was disliked the most and who was liked the most?
I definitely was predicting that I was hated the most, and I was thinking that America did love Clelly. I was thinking that they probably loved Meg. And I thought that they were obsessed with Steve. I thought Steve would have been #1 on Joker's updates since the very beginning and all the way through.
No.
Who's Steve again? Oh, Steve. That's right.
Yeah. He's playing now, though. He's playing now.
He is. He's on the ball.
Heidi on Twitter is her real name. I forget what her actual Twitter is. She just wants a one-word answer from you, Jason.
Okay.
In regards to Clay, paper or plastic?
Ooh, I
Well,
like that.
he couldn't fight his way out of a paper or a plastic bag with that brain. But so I'm gonna give him plastic.
I went with plastic as well. I said you could just suffocate him, or some people are into that fetish. So
See, I was thinking of the plastics like Mean Girls, like the plastics.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
that's
Well,
good.
he.
No. Like, here we go. Here's the
Oh, I
plastic
love
right
you.
here. Curto.
But I love you. The worst part for me of you not being on that show, Jason, you had all the best one-liners, walking out there being like, oh, big blank wall, that's what's in Clay's head. Gave private. You were the voice of comedy on that show, and for all the fans. I think that's why so many people love you, and so many people do love you, Jason. What do you want to say to all of your fans to wrap it up?
Everybody, thank you so much for the support. I did not expect any of this at all. It's nice to know. It's not what I went in for. I went in to play the game because I love this game. And I love you people who love the game as well. So thanks for loving me in it. But it's all about BB. That's my life. It's my passion. So to be there in the house is all I was looking for. I could have came out to like people wanting to burn down my house, which I'm sure some of your live feeders were. I remember how those chats go.
Wow. Well, I'd never do it. John, is there any final question or anything that you want to put up?
I do.
Everybody,
Everyone in the chat room is wanting to know, when you do watch live feeds, do you chat as well?
I have not yet, but when I do, I will.
You will. Good.
Yeah.
Yes, that's all I had. And just, if people want to know, are you single?
Oh,
You
I'm
looking for a
super
boyfriend?
single.
Yeah?
Chronically single.
Okay, calm down, Grinder, John.
Nicholas in the chat room wants to know. So there you go, Nicholas.
Call me
all right.
Nicholas.
Nicholas, let me help you out, Nicholas. You need to you need pictures. You need to tweet that
Yeah.
out. You need
We
to
need more than this, the swiping, right? We need more.
way more than anything. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining the show. I'm glad we got to so many of your questions. Jason, we hope that you'll come back to talk Big Brother. I didn't really want to talk Big Brother so much. I wanted to give fans a chance to ask you their questions. Sure. I apologize I couldn't put them on the screen. Thanks, Google+. There's a million more questions, Jason, but they're all kind of a little bit the same. Mm-hmm. You can look for them, #YRRLive, if you're bored and want to see how much people love you.
Okay, I will do that.
All right, Jason. Thank you so very much, and
you are
we
welcome.
Will see you later.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody. Okay. This is normally the part, everybody, where I stop the broadcast and we all talk. But like I said, I can't click any freaking buttons. So, Jason, I really do love you. I'll follow up on Twitter. I have to click the X on this box. Or maybe John will let you end. Maybe John will let you end it when I close out. See if it does. Okay? So bye for me, everybody.
Nope, we're still on. All right, Jason, you sign off.
Okay. Have a good one.
Bye. Great meeting you. Bye-bye.